There's a pill that can dull real pain, calm a real tremor, even lift a real fever. It has no medicine inside it. None. It's sugar, or chalk, or plain water. And here's the part that keeps scientists up at night. It still works.
Okay, stop. A pill with nothing in it does nothing. That's just nothing.
You think so, and yet the effect is real, measurable, and stubbornly repeatable.
Repeatable? Come on. It's people fooling themselves. It's all in their heads.
Partly in their heads, yes, but in the head turns out to mean in the body too.
This is the placebo effect. And honestly, it's one of the strangest things in medicine.
Strange and a little unsettling, because it blurs a line we thought was solid.
Let's define it cleanly first. Deni, what exactly is a placebo?
A placebo is a fake treatment, a dummy. It looks real, but it holds no active drug, a sugar pill, a saline injection, sometimes even a fake procedure.
And the placebo effect is what? The imagination that follows.
The placebo effect is the genuine change in the body that follows the fake treatment, not the belief itself. The measurable shift. Less pain, steadier hands, lower pressure.
So the trigger is fake, but the response is real.
That is the paradox in a single sentence. Hold on to it. It only gets stranger.
I still don't buy it. If I hand you a sugar pill, nothing chemical happens.
Let's test your certainty. But first, how do you think we even discovered this?
Yeah, who figures out that nothing can work like something?
The clue came from a battlefield long ago. A field hospital running low on morphine. A nurse, the story goes, injected wounded soldiers with plain salt water instead.
And let me guess. They screamed anyway.
Some of them calmed. Their pain eased, as if the real drug had reached them.
Salt water, against the pain of a battlefield wound.
The doctor watching noticed something enormous hiding in that moment. The ritual of treatment, the needle, the care, the expectation did something on its own.
One wartime story isn't proof. That's an anecdote, not science.
Agreed. And that is exactly why the placebo went from curiosity to cornerstone.
Cornerstone? What do you mean?
Every serious drug trial today is built around the placebo. It's the great equalizer. You split people into two groups. One gets the real drug. One gets the dummy.
And neither group knows which they got.
Neither the patients, nor even the doctors handing them out. We call it double blind.
Why hide it from the doctors, too?
Because a doctor's face, a flicker of confidence, can leak the secret. And leaking changes results.
Okay, that's actually clever. So the real drug has to beat the fake one.
It has to beat the fake one by a clear margin. If it can't, it isn't good enough.
So the placebo isn't a nuisance in the experiment. It's the measuring stick.
The measuring stick for all of modern medicine. Which means one thing, Sam.
Don't say it.
We had to measure the placebo, and the placebo kept scoring points of its own.
So how big are those points, really? How much can a fake pill actually do?
For some things, startlingly much. And this is where the mystery truly opens up.
Fine. Convince me it's not just people saying they feel better to be polite.
Happily, because the body leaves fingerprints, and we've caught them.
Fingerprints? You mean you can actually see the placebo working inside someone?
We can. Start with pain. When you expect relief, your brain releases its own painkillers, natural chemicals called endorphins. Your private, built-in morphine.
So the nothing pill triggers real chemicals? Says who?
Says a beautiful experiment. Give a patient a placebo and their pain drops. Then give them a second drug that blocks endorphins. And the relief vanishes.
The pain comes back because you switched off the body's own pharmacy.
Exactly. If the effect were pure imagination, blocking a chemical would change nothing.
But it did change something. So there was a real chemical to block.
You just proved the placebo is chemistry, Sam. Welcome aboard.
I feel like I walked into that one.
Okay, pain is one thing. Is there anything more dramatic than that?
Parkinson's disease, where the brain slowly loses a chemical called dopamine.
Dopamine. That's involved in movement and reward, right?
Right? Too little, and the hands tremble, the body stiffens. Now, Give some of these patients a placebo they believe is their real medicine.
And
Their brains release a flood of their own dopamine. On scans, you can watch it happen.
The tremor eases because belief squeezed a real chemical out of a struggling brain.
A brain that was supposedly unable to make enough. Expectation reached in and found some.
okay, that's not politeness. That's not imagination. That's uncomfortable, actually.
Uncomfortable is the right word. It means the mind has a back door into the body.
And we're only holding the doorknob. We don't fully understand the room behind it.
We don't. And it gets stranger because the effect has a sense of theater.
Theater? Now you are making it sound like a magic show.
In a way, it is. The placebo responds to the performance around it, not just the pill.
What do you mean by performance?
Change the presentation, and the same fake treatment grows stronger or weaker. A placebo injection beats a placebo pill. The needle feels more serious, so it works harder.
Hold on. Two fakes, and the scarier-looking fake wins.
Consistently. And it goes further. 2 placebo pills work better than 1.
More sugar pills, more effect? Even though none of them contain anything?
Even though none contain anything. Bigger pills can beat smaller ones, too.
This is ridiculous. What else? Does the color matter?
Funnily enough, it does. Warm-colored pills tend to stimulate. Cool-colored ones tend to calm.
The color of a pill with no drug in it nudges how your body responds.
And here's the one that unsettles people most. A pricey placebo beats a cheap one.
The expensive fake works better than the identical cheap fake.
Same sugar, different price tag. The costlier one relieves more pain.
So the story we're told about a treatment becomes part of the treatment.
The ritual is the medicine stage. The white coat, the confident voice, the careful ceremony.
So when a doctor sounds sure and takes their time, that itself is doing something?
Measurably, a warm, confident doctor produces stronger placebo effects than a rushed, cold one.
The care isn't just around the treatment. The care is part of the treatment.
Okay, pills I can just about accept. But you mentioned fake procedures too. How far does that go?
Further than you'll be comfortable with. Consider a study on a painful, worn-out knee.
A knee operation?
Some patients received a real keyhole surgery to clean the joint out.
And the others?
The others got a sham. Small cuts in the skin, the sounds and motions of an operation, and nothing more.
They opened the skin and did no actual repair?
A convincing performance of surgery. Then they stitched them back up.
And let me guess. The real surgery crushed the fake one.
That was the expectation. Instead, the two groups improved about the same.
The fake surgery relieved as much pain as the real one.
You are telling me the theater of an operation was doing the healing?
For that particular knee pain, the ritual carried astonishing weight. It shook the field.
Because if a sham operation matches a real one, some real operations may be mostly ceremony.
A humbling thought for medicine. The louder the ritual, the harder the body listens.
And surgery is the loudest ritual there is.
Which raises a haunting question. If belief is doing the work, does the lie even matter?
Of course it matters. The whole thing only works because they think it's real. Right?
That was the assumption for a century. And then someone decided to test it.
Test what, exactly? Whether the deception is really necessary.
Precisely. They gave patients a placebo and told them the truth to their face.
Told them. As in, this is a sugar pill, there is no medicine in here?
Word for word. The bottle was even labeled placebo. No trick, no lie.
And surely nothing happened. You can't fool someone who knows it's a fake.
That was everyone's prediction. It was also wrong.
Wrong how?
The patients improved anyway. People with long-term pain, with gut disorders, with fatigue. They took a pill they knew was empty, and their symptoms eased.
They knew. They knew it was nothing. And it still worked.
That breaks my brain. If you know it's fake, what is there left to believe in?
A brilliant, disturbing question. And the answer may be the ritual itself, the act of taking something, the daily gesture of caring for your own body.
So the body responds to the routine, not only to the belief in a drug.
It seems the brain learns the shape of being treated and plays along.
Like a reflex. You've swallowed real pills 1,000 times before.
Beautifully put. Your body has rehearsed healing so often, it can dance without the music.
We call this the open-label placebo.
Honest. No deception.
And still effective.
Which quietly rewrites the ethics. Maybe you don't have to lie to unlock it.
Okay, I came in swinging, and I'm running out of punches.
Hold on, though.
If a fake pill can help you, can a fake pill also hurt you?
Now you found the placebo shadow. And its shadow has a name.
Go on.
What is it?
The nocebo effect. If expecting good can heal, expecting harm can wound.
You're telling me believing something will hurt me actually makes it hurt?
Makes it hurt. Makes you dizzy. Makes you nauseous. Real symptoms from a fake threat.
Give us the evidence. I know you have some.
Take a harmless sugar pill. Warn the patient it may cause headaches and nausea. A good share of them will develop headaches and nausea from sugar.
Just because they were warned?
Just because they were warned. The expectation writes the symptom onto the body.
So a warning can become the very thing it warns about.
This is the quiet danger in a long list of side effects. Read them, dread them, feel them.
Wait. So when I read that scary leaflet in the medicine box,
Some people talk themselves into the side effects before the drug even acts.
That's unnerving. The mind manufacturing illness out of pure suggestion.
And it can be powerful. In rare, extreme cases, fear alone has done genuine harm. There are documented reports of people who believed deeply they were doomed and declined.
that's genuinely dark. Belief cuts both ways, then.
Both ways. The same door that lets healing in can let harm in too.
So the storyteller in the white coat has to choose their words with real care.
Every word a doctor says is, in a sense, a small dose. For better or worse.
Okay. I need something lighter after that. Please tell me there are limits to this.
There are. And knowing the limits is what keeps us honest. Let's draw the line clearly.
This feels important because someone out there is thinking, so I can skip real medicine.
And that thought can be dangerous. So let's be precise about what a placebo cannot do.
All right. What can't it do?
It cannot shrink a tumor. It cannot cure an infection. It cannot mend a broken bone. It does not touch the disease itself, in most cases. It touches how you experience it.
So it works on symptoms, not on the underlying cause.
Mostly yes, and most powerfully on symptoms the brain helps generate.
Such as,
Pain, nausea, fatigue, anxiety, trouble sleeping, the felt side of being unwell.
The things that live partly in perception. That's where the brain has real leverage.
Exactly. A placebo can quiet the alarm. It cannot always put out the fire.
so it's a genuine tool, but not a replacement for actual treatment.
Never a replacement. Think of it as an amplifier sitting beside real medicine.
If someone has an infection, they need the antibiotic. Full stop.
Full stop. The placebo is not a rival to medicine. It's a hidden ingredient inside it.
A hidden ingredient. I like that better than trickery.
Because every real treatment carries a placebo effect riding along for free.
Wait, say that again. Even real drugs get a placebo boost?
Every one of them. The chemical does its job, and the ritual quietly adds a little more.
So the pill and the belief are working the same shift, side by side.
Two workers. One you can measure in a lab. One you can measure only in a person.
Which brings us to the question underneath all of this.
How?
How does belief become biology?
Here I have to be honest with you. This is the edge of what we understand.
The scientist finally says it. We don't fully know.
We don't fully know, but we have two powerful clues. Let me give you both.
Please. Clue 1.
Clue 1 is expectation. Your brain is not a passive camera. It's a prediction machine. It's constantly guessing what happens next and preparing the body in advance.
So if it predicts relief is coming,
It starts arranging relief before the drug could ever arrive. It releases the endorphins early.
The brain jumps the gun because it expects the ending it has learned.
And that word, learned, is clue 2. Conditioning.
conditioning. Like teaching a reflex.
Exactly like it. Your body has swallowed real medicine countless times. Pill, then relief. Pill, then relief. Again and again, a pattern is carved in.
So eventually the body responds to the pill before any chemistry, out of pure habit.
And this isn't only about feelings. In animals, you can train the immune system this way.
Train the immune system? With what, a bell?
Almost. Pair a real immune drug with a distinct flavored drink over and over. Later, give only the drink. And the immune system shifts as if the drug were there.
The body learned the cue and answered the cue, not the medicine.
A memory, written not in the mind, but in the flesh. That is how deep this goes.
So belief plus habit can rehearse the body into real, physical change.
That's our best picture. Expectation lights the match. Conditioning built the fuse.
And yet you said we still don't fully understand it. What's still missing?
The full map. Why it's strong for pain, but silent for a tumor. Why some people respond and others don't. We can see the effect clearly. We cannot yet predict or control it well.
Does it hit everyone equally? Or are some people more open to it than others?
Some respond strongly, others barely at all, and we can't reliably tell who in advance.
Is it about being gullible? Weak-minded?
Not at all, and that's a stubborn myth. It is no measure of intelligence or willpower.
So a sharp, skeptical person can still get a strong placebo response?
Absolutely. You, Sam, might be a champion responder. Skepticism is no armor here.
Because it isn't about consciously believing. It's about what the body has learned underneath.
The response runs below the level of opinion, beneath the arguing mind entirely.
So even doubting it out loud wouldn't switch it off.
Doubt all you like. Your brain may quietly go ahead and heal you anyway.
So we are standing over one of the oldest tools in medicine and still can't read the instructions.
Humans have used ritual and belief to heal for thousands of years without knowing why.
Every culture had its ceremonies, its charms, its comforting words over the sick.
And hidden inside all of them, perhaps, was this same quiet mechanism.
It makes you wonder how many old remedies worked for exactly this reason.
A great many, almost certainly. For most of history, medicine had few truly effective drugs.
So the potions, the powders, the strange rituals.
Often useless chemically. Yet patients recovered, and healers were trusted for centuries.
Because the belief, the ceremony, the authority carried a real effect of their own.
The remedy was frequently the relationship. The chemistry was often beside the point.
So healing worked long before medicine understood the body at all.
It did, which tells you the placebo isn't some flaw we should sneer at.
It's a feature, a power that kept people going while real science slowly caught up.
A bridge across thousands of years, built almost entirely out of expectation and care.
The oldest medicine of all, and it was partly ourselves the whole time.
The pharmacy, it turns out, was never only on the shelf. Some of it is behind your eyes.
So what do we do with this? It feels too slippery to actually use.
On the contrary, once you see it, you can use it honestly every day.
Honestly being the key word. No lying to patients.
No lying needed. Remember the open label result. The ritual works even in the open.
So how does a doctor use it without deceiving anyone?
By treating the how of care as seriously as the what. Words, warmth, time, attention. A doctor who explains clearly and sounds hopeful is, quite literally, boosting the medicine.
So bedside manner isn't a soft extra. It's an active ingredient.
One of the most underrated ingredients in all of medicine. And it costs nothing.
That reframes every kind doctor I've ever had. They were dosing me with confidence.
And every dismissive one may have quietly weakened your treatment. The nocebo again.
It's not only doctors, though, is it? This lives in ordinary life, too.
Everywhere. Think of the friend whose presence makes you feel better before a word is said.
Or the morning coffee that seems to wake you up before the caffeine could possibly hit.
A perfect example. Part of that lift is real chemistry. Part is the ritual you trust.
The warm cup, the familiar smell, the expectation of alertness.
Your body begins the morning before the drug does. Expectation arriving early again.
Is it only medicine, though? Or does expectation bend other things too?
It bends almost everything you perceive. Take taste of all things.
Taste?
Pour people the same wine twice. Tell them one glass is cheap, one is expensive.
And they prefer the expensive one, even though it's identical.
They don't merely say they prefer it. The pleasure centers in their brain light up more.
The price changed the wine inside their head, where taste actually happens.
The same trick colors pain, comfort, even how rested you feel after a night's sleep.
Tell me my terrible sleep was actually fine, and I might feel fine.
People told they slept well often perform as if they did, even when the clock disagrees.
So expectation isn't a rare medical quirk. It's the water we swim in.
The placebo is simply the moment we finally caught that current in a laboratory.
It's a little humbling. So much of how I feel is a story I'm telling myself.
A story written partly by you and partly by everyone around you. That's the double edge.
Because if others can write nocebo into us with a careless word,
Then we can write placebo into each other with a kind one. Encouragement is a mild medicine.
Belief is contagious, then. We are constantly dosing the people around us.
Constantly. With every reassurance, every worry, every confident or fearful word.
then here's a thought to sit with. What we say to a sick friend is never only words.
Never only words. You look stronger today can be a genuine, if gentle, dose.
And you look terrible might be a tiny nocebo we hand people without meaning to.
We rarely notice we're doing it, but the body on the other end is always listening.
What about the things we say to ourselves? Does self-talk count?
The evidence hints that it can. How you frame your own symptoms may shape them.
So dreading a headache all afternoon could help summon it.
Feed it at least. And calm, hopeful framing may take a little off the edge.
That's not think positive and cure everything. Let's be careful there.
Quite right. It will not dissolve a serious illness, and no one should pretend it can.
But at the level of everyday aches, moods, and energy, the framing has some pull.
A modest, real pull. Enough that gentleness with yourself is not just kind. It's practical.
Treat your own body like a patient you're quietly rooting for.
Because in a sense, it's always half listening for the verdict. Try to give it a hopeful one.
So the bedside manner I give myself matters too.
The inner voice is a doctor you can never quite fire. Best to make a kind one.
A gentler inner voice as a mild, daily, cost-free medicine.
One of the only prescriptions you can write for yourself and refill for free.
Here's what I keep circling back to. Why would we even have this ability? Why would a body be built to heal faster, just because it expects to?
A gorgeous question, and there's a theory that fits it beautifully.
Let's hear it.
Healing is expensive. Fighting illness burns energy your body may need elsewhere.
So the body might hold back, waiting for a safe, good moment to spend that energy?
Perhaps. And what signals a safe, good moment better than the sense of being cared for?
So being tended to rest, warmth, a healer's attention is the body's green light.
The green light to pour resources into repair. Expectation of safety unlocks the spending.
So the placebo may be an ancient survival switch. Care, telling the body it's safe to heal.
A switch older than medicine, older than language, maybe, written deep by evolution.
And it explains why a worn doctor or a caring friend moves the needle at all.
They flip that ancient switch. They tell the body the danger has passed. Begin repairs.
It even shows up outside of illness, doesn't it? In sport, for instance.
It does. Tell an athlete they've had a performance boost, and often they perform better.
Even with a fake boost. A sugar pill dressed up as a supplement?
Even then, belief can squeeze out a little more strength, a little more endurance.
The body holds a reserve, and confidence seems to unlock a sliver of it.
The mind is the gatekeeper of resources the body keeps in reserve. That's the thread through all of this.
All right. Let me try to gather this whole strange thing into one breath.
Go for it, Sam. You earned it.
A fake pill can trigger real chemicals. Pain relief. Dopamine. Measurable change.
Yes.
The show around it matters. The needle, the color, the price, the confident voice.
Yes.
It can even work when you know it's fake. And its dark twin can make you ill from a warning.
All true.
It won't cure the disease, but it can ease how the illness is lived.
And it rides along, invisible, inside every real treatment we have.
And underneath it all is a brain that predicts, a body that learns, and maybe an ancient switch for safety.
You've held the whole mystery in your hands. And notice, it's still a mystery.
That's what I love. We use it every day, and we still can't fully explain it.
The oldest medicine, hiding in plain sight, wearing the mask of nothing.
I walked in calling it fake. I'm walking out a little afraid of how real fake can be.
So the next time a doctor speaks to you gently and you feel a touch better before the pill, don't dismiss it as nothing. That nothing has a chemistry, a history, and a purpose.
Your body has been listening to stories and healing to the good ones since long before we understood a word of it.
That's what unsettles and moves me at once. The cure was partly us, all along.
The ceremony, the trust, the kindness, ancient tools still quietly at work.
And after all of it, no one can hand you the full instruction manual.
Perhaps that's fitting. Some of the oldest medicine keeps its secrets close.
Nothing on the outside and a whole hidden pharmacy on the inside.
A pill full of nothing. And somehow, it's the most human medicine there is.